without further ado, let's start our NBA 10. And once again, apologies. The on-screen clock is still not working. We are trying our damnedest over here. We have our best Takes by Fans engineers on the case here, 24 hours a day, trying to get this clock on the screen. So stay with us, folks. We've still got a long NBA season. The clock will make an appearance. I will promise that at one point this season. But let's just start our NBA Daily 10. 10 minutes of uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA. And the clock starts now. Alrighty. Big day in the NBA. Not big day. Mini big day because all the star-studded teams were kind of out playing last night. Only 3 games, but they are all pretty good. Pretty good. So let's start here with the Mavericks at the Hawks. And man, oh man, a blowout for this Hawks team. Love seeing Trae Young back out there with Clint Capella, and Clint Capella still getting it done. 12 points, 13 rebounds, 6 of 6 from the field. Get it done, big fella. Absolutely love. I'm loving this Hawks team, and we were loving this team last season as well. We were betting on them, all that. We knew they would win the first round matchup against the Knicks in the playoffs, all that, and they are really continuing to pick up exactly where they left off. Trae Young, 19 points, 14 assists, absolutely killing it. Bogdanovich, 11 points, 3 of 5 from the 3. He's just getting his beak wet here in this game. Hopefully he can kind of, continue the good level of 3-point shooting that we know Bogdanovich can shoot at. He went a little ghost, a tad slight ghost mode in the playoffs last season, but overall in the regular season we don't have to ever worry about this man. So hopefully he can kind of continue to grow his game, but overall we're loving what we're seeing from Bogdanovich game 1 here. John Collins still playing the 4, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. To great defensive 4 here for this Hawks team. And then DeAndre Hunter being in the 3 here. I think Bogdanovich was playing the 3 last season. I don't remember him playing the 2 here. So DeAndre Hunter now at the 3, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Pretty solid for his real first performance in the starting lineup here. So this is a real solid Hawks team. Off the bench, we got Kevin Huerter, who was always a solid bucket off the bench. 6 points, 6 rebounds last night, a +6 on the floor. Cam Reddish, yes sir. Hopefully he can stay healthy for the entire season. 20 points on 21 minutes off the bench. That's what we're talking about. So we'll see if these bench players can keep it up and what they can do with the starting lineup, because a nice blowout win over a decently good Mavericks team. No? Luka Doncic, a little disappointed overall in the scoring totals. Nobody really took over the game scoring-wise for this Mavericks team. Luka Doncic, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Solid performance, but he struggled from the 3, only 2 of 7. Tim Hardaway Jr. Last season, we had a decent stretch last season where Tim Hardaway Jr. was kind of our 6th man of the year, and he's kind of, doing another solid job here. It was just nothing great from the Mavericks last night. Nothing to overreact to. It's one game, folks, first game, so we're not going to overreact to it. But Tim Hardaway Jr., 14 points on 44% shooting, not the worst. 2 of 6 from 3, definitely got to clean it up a little bit, but we're expecting big things from Tim Hardaway Jr. Dwight Powell playing the 5. Porzingis still playing the 4. I hate this, folks. Porzingis, get down low. Play the 5. Porzingis and Anthony Davis, you really have to play the 5. I know y'all love the outside shot, and you are good at it. You've developed it. You are decently. You've earned the right to take the 3 really whenever you want, because, most of the time you're going to shoot a real solid percentage. They're not jacking up, 10 threes a game. They can, but that's not, they'll usually take 3, 4, 5 threes a game and make about 30%, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, something along those lines. So they've earned the right, but you still need it. You're too big and beefy, be that kind of dual scoring threat, play down low, but also try and take that big out of the, down low, because you can stretch the floor a little bit. But I hate Porzingis still playing the 5 or playing the 4 here. I would like to see him play the 5. And then, what is up with Boban Marjanovic? Get this man in the game, please. This is the regular season, and it's so frustrating. We talked about it all the time last season, folks. You've got to be ready to adjust and see what your players can do, and that's what you do in the early on games of the NBA season, because we know, 82 games, it's a long season. See what you've got. So, Boban Marjanovic not playing any minutes. Bobo, we just said this 2 days ago in our NBA 10. Bobo not playing any minutes. They are good big scorers. You can put Boban on the floor and expect some good, solid production. Their defense may have to clean up a little bit, but you only get better playing defense when you're in the same sync in rhythm as the guys on the floor. And how do you get that? By playing in the actual game. So please, for the love of goodness, I mean, you've got Trey Burke playing 9 minutes, Josh Green playing 4 minutes, Frank Ntilikina playing 4 minutes as well. You're telling me you can't put Boban out there for 5 to 7 minutes? Come on, get this man out on the floor. And honestly, in a perfect world, I want to see Luka at the 1, Porzingis at the 4. That would be perfect. Boban at the 5, Porzingis at the 4 with Luka running the point. I mean, sheesh, Boban can shoot, Porzingis can shoot. Obviously, we know Luka can shoot and distribute the basketball. So you're not telling me that'd be a lethal 3 right there? And then having Tim Hardaway Jr. also, maybe even have him play the 4 or the 3. Who cares? But the fact that Boban Marjanovic is not getting any minutes is absolutely absurd, folks. Get this man in the game, please, please. No wonder why you got blown out by the Hawks. Damn. So we'll see if they do that. They haven't done it last season. I'm not expecting them to do it, but I mean, you've got all these games and all this time to waste. Why not see what Boban Marjanovic can do in game settings? Damn, get Boban in the game. He can hold like 200 goldfish in his hand, folks. You're telling me he can't play basketball? Come on. So big win for the Hawks team. Looking, to get right back. Where did they get to? How far did they make it? Did they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last season? Did they get that far? Second round? Whatever it was. It was a good season by Atlanta last season, and they are picking up exactly where they left off. Alrighty, let's move on to the next game here. Bucks at Heat. And man, oh man, the Bucks came out scoring and kind of dominant in the first game during the ring ceremony. And then the first game on the road, unfortunately, a little lackluster. They ended up getting truly blown out here. 137-95 over the Heat. Sheesh. Let's start here with this Heat team. I'm liking this Heat team, folks. Kyle Lowry played 24 minutes, a little bit of an ankle sprain. Hopefully nothing too big. They really need him out here. Kyle Lowry, a little bit of a poor performance overall last night. 5 points, but he did have 6 assists. And that's exactly what we need this Kyle Lowry to do, be the facilitator on this floor, because they've got nice scoring pieces. Bam Adebayo down low. Jimmy Butler can, he's a walking bucket when he wants to shoot, but having a true kind of point guard here in Kyle Lowry, who's a solid shooter as well, didn't show it last night. 12% on 8 shots, 1 of 6 from the 3. But we've seen him with the Raptors. This man can score. We're not worried about that. We just want to make sure that this man is all right moving forward. So hopefully this ankle sprain is nothing bad. Duncan Robinson still playing the 2 out here. 8 points on 2 of 8 from the 3. Once again, Duncan Robinson really kind of let us down last season with this Heat team. So we need to see more consistent production from him as the season continues to grow. He really was not getting it done. Decent defensive efforts, but nothing great offensively. Bam Adebayo, is he going to be more aggressive this season? This was the big thing. Everybody was kind of clowning and banging on Bam Adebayo in the fan base and on the team on the floor, like, hey, Bam, you need to be more aggressive at scoring. He put up 20 points, 13 rebounds, 9 of 13 from the field. So, he was, the 3rd leading scorer. That's exactly what they want Bam to do. We'll see if he can continue to do it. And then newly acquired here, PJ Tucker playing the 4 right here. Very, very well done. Big, beefy, 4 here. We saw him with the Bucks last season. That's all he's out there to do is beef everybody up, and that's what he did. 8 points, a plus 31 on the floor, the highest plus minus for this Heat team. So PJ Tucker's filling his role, and now having kind of a PJ Tucker at the 4, Bam Adebayo can be more aggressive scoring because, you've got PJ Tucker, the beef enforcer. Bam Adebayo can still be an enforcer, but also, get it done down low, which the Heat have been begging y'all to do. So Bam Adebayo still solid here. PJ Tucker's still solid, and then Jimmy Butler obviously 21 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, doing what he does, shooting 60%, and then taking no threes. We know that's not his game. And then off the bench, Tyler Herro. Is this Tyler Herro's breakout season? We saw him in the bubble in Orlando. Fantastic. And then last season didn't live up to what he did in the bubble. And now this season, hey, first game, second leading scorer. Or no, he was the leading scorer for this Heat team off the bench in only 24 minutes. 27 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 55% from the field, 4 of 8 from the 3. Great first game here by Tyler Herro. We will see if he's able to keep it up. All right, we're running out of time. We got a minute on the clock here. All right, let's head over to the Bucks now. Grayson Allen, 2 of 8 from the 3. We've seen, this is exactly what we were expecting from Grayson Allen, but we need the percentage of the 3-point up more. We know he takes 8 to 10 threes a game. He just took 10 threes game 1, now at 8 here. Got to get the percentage up because he scored 14 points, which was the second leading scorer for this Bucks team, and that tells you overall how just offensively poor they were last night. Giannis couldn't even really get it going. 15 points. He had 10 rebounds, took 3 threes. threes. The free throws are still solid here at 60%, 6 of 10, so we're not worried about that. Chris Middleton doesn't step up, so once again, classic regular season Chris Middleton. So just nothing great here by this Bucks team overall, but we're keeping tabs on Thanasis. He ended up playing 17 minutes last night, but he was a minus 29 on the floor, so that's really why they weren't playing him that much last season. So nothing great for the Bucks last night, get blown out. And then the Clippers at the Warriors, a close game, but unfortunately Steph Curry did it. They win 115-113 over the Clippers. Let's start here with the Warriors. Alrighty, Steph Curry went absolutely insane. 45 points on 8 of 13 from the three. Classic Steph Curry, 10 rebounds as well. And that is our time, but let's finish up this quickly here. Steph Curry truly getting it done on the floor, still without Klay Thompson, obviously. And can we talk about Andrew Wiggins, man? This man has been so solid for all of last season, and so far, what do we got? 2 games so far under our belt here for this Warriors team. Shout out to Andrew Wiggins, folks. I mean, he is the perfect kind of 3 to this Warriors team, and when Klay comes back and still Draymond here, he doesn't even have to be the 3, maybe even the 4 at some point, but this man is always solid here. 17 points on 40% shooting from the field, 3 of 6 from the 3, minus 5 on the floor overall. Obviously got to clean that up a little bit, but I mean, still that nice scoring production, that scoring pace, and always reliable. Going back to all last season, always reliable. So shout out to Andrew Wiggins, still getting it done here. Kevon Looney still playing the 5 here, while Wiseman is still kind of trying to get right. 6 points for Kevon Looney, 7 rebounds. Nothing really else great here. It was really Steph Curry going absolutely nuts here. Namaja Jellica, he had a great game 1. An all right game 2, only played 16 minutes this game. 6 points, 6 rebounds as well. Still another solid big here for this Warriors team. So they're able to squeak out a win. And then with the Clippers, I mean, they just have no Kawhi. And, Paul George, give this man credit for, going toe-to-toe with this Warriors team, because there's really nothing good on this Clippers team besides Paul George. They're all solid kind of tier 2 pieces here. Paul George, this is going to be his team for the most of the season. We're really not sure when Kawhi is coming back. If he does, it's going to be late regular season, if he even plays in the regular season, or we're talking about late playoffs as well. So Paul George is trying his damnedest out here. He had 29 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 of 11 from 3. He was a +3 on the floor. Absolutely fantastic. Nobody in the starting lineup had a plus besides Paul George, so he's getting it done on both sides of the floor here. Reggie Jackson at the 1, 11 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Eric Bledsoe at the 2, 22 points, having a little bit of a better season than he did last year, so I guess we'll give him a little credit for that. Zubac still at the 5 here, 14 points, 3 rebounds. Marcus Morris, 10 points, 2 of 5 from the 3s, a little bit of a spotty kind of score anyway. So without Kawhi Leonard, Paul George is going to have to pick up the slack here immensely. We'll see if he's got it in him, and we'll see if the Clippers get any kind of number 2. Maybe you just got to kind of make a trade here at some point to try and get another good consistent score. I don't know how long we can truly rely on Reggie Jackson and Eric Bledsoe to kind of be the number 2 and 3 score on this Clippers team. So we'll see what they do, but we give Paul George credit for a close loss here on the road against the Warriors. It's just Curry, man. He hits the 3. That's what he does. So that was basketball in the NBA last night. Really good 3 games on, and I think we've got a pretty packed day today. Do we got a packed day? What do we got? We got Hornets at Cavs. We got Knicks at Magic. We got Pacers at Washington. We got Toronto at Boston. We got Brooklyn at Philadelphia. We got Pelicans at Chicago. We got Thunder at Houston. We got the Spurs in Denver. We got the Phoenix in LAL, the Los Angeles Lakers, and we got Utah in Sacramento. So we'll see what Russell Westbrook can do here in game number 2. Obviously needs a better performance tonight than what he had opening night. So that is our NBA Daily 10 on what's happened in the NBA. We'll back tomorrow with another NBA 10, trying to do it within 10 minutes, but we just listed off all those games. We're not going to get that done in 10 minutes, but we'll try our hardest.